In the rich tapestry of Sanatan Dharma, there exists a concept of weaponry that transcends modern technology and warfare. Not mere tools of metal or fire, but divine instruments called astras, sentient weapons not powered by gunpowder or nuclear fission, but by consciousness itself, invoked through sacred chants guided by the user's will and embodying cosmic forces. To wield an astra was to channel a deity's power, turning the warrior into a conduit beyond the physical. Ultimately, the astra's legacy is a moral lesson. Great power demands great responsibility. Moving on. The activation of an astra was a sacred ritual, physical, mental, spiritual. The core of this process was the mantra. A mantra is a specific sequence of Sanskrit syllables, a vibrational key to unlock cosmic energy. The warrior had to recite this mantra with perfect pronunciation, rhythm, intonation. Any mistake, any slight deviation could have catastrophic consequences. The summoned energy could turn back upon the user, causing immense harm. Beyond mechanics, the user's internal state was paramount focus ekagrata, one-pointed concentration. The warrior had to clear their mind of distractions, fear, anger, doubt. The consciousness had to become a pure channel for divine energy. Such control came from years of practice, meditation, yoga, self-control. Every astra described in Hindu scriptures is inextricably linked to a specific deity, acting as a direct extension of that god's power and domain over the cosmos. These weapons were not created by mortals, but were gifts bestowed by the gods upon worthy individuals, sages, kings, warriors. They were earned through penance, devotion, righteous deeds. To receive an astra was to enter into a sacred pact with a divine being. The warrior became the god's agent on earth, tasked with wielding their power in accordance with divine will. This celestial connection elevated warfare from human conflict to cosmic drama. The Trimurti, three principal gods, presided over the most formidable astras. The Brahmastra, weapon of Brahma, the creator god, absolute creation, absolute destruction. The Narayanastra, personal weapon of Vishnu, the preserver. The Pashupatastra, weapon of Shiva, the destroyer. That is the scope of their reach. The unstoppable force, a gallery of legendary astras. The Brahmastra is perhaps the most famous and feared, a weapon that could end an entire age. Its deployment produced a single brilliant column of fire and smoke, a blaze as bright as 10,000 suns. Upon impact, the land became a wasteland. No life could grow, no rain would fall for many years. Considered the weapon of last resort, use forbidden except in the most extreme circumstances. Equally renowned is the Narayanastra, the celestial weapon of Lord Vishnu. It had a unique intelligence. Once unleashed, it would rain down a torrent of arrows, discs, other projectiles. The more the enemy resisted, the more powerful it became. Its power fed on aggression. To survive, you had to cease resistance, drop your weapons, and surrender. Submission made the astra pass harmlessly overhead. Narayanastra, a metaphor for the futility of ego-driven conflict and the wisdom of surrender. The Pashupatastra, granted by Lord Shiva, is the ultimate destructive astra, capable of destroying any target, aimed with a mere thought. Section 5. The Chosen Few, Masters of a Dangerous Art. The path to mastering astras was not open to all. It was a privilege reserved for a select few warriors whose discipline, devotion, and character set them apart. These were not skills learned in a typical military academy, but were imparted through a sacred and intensely personal relationship between a guru and a disciple. The training was arduous, spanning decades, and focused as much on spiritual purification as it did on combat prowess. Legendary figures like Arjuna, Karna, and Rama stand as prime examples, and their stories highlight the immense challenges they faced. Arjuna, His quest for Astras took him from the forests of Earth to the celestial kingdom of Indra. He underwent severe austerities and received the mighty Pashupatastra. Karna learned the Brahmastra under false pretenses. When discovered, he was cursed to forget its mantra at his most critical moment. Lord Rama used divine weapons righteously to restore Dharma and protect the innocent. These chosen few were not just warriors, they were custodians of cosmic balance. Section 6. Interpreting the Arsenal. Literal, symbolic, hybrid views. The fantastic, awe-inspiring descriptions of Astras have fascinated readers for centuries. They've puzzled scholars and spawned distinct schools of thought. The first is the literal interpretation. Ancient India had advanced scientific knowledge now lost. In this reading, the Brahmastra is like a nuclear bomb. Other astras become energy weapons, sonic devices, weather control systems. The second approach is purely symbolic. Astras as metaphors for psychological and spiritual states. The battlefield equals the human mind. Mastering the Agnyastra, control the fire of anger. Varunastra, calm, turbulent emotions. The third, hybrid view, synthesizes literal and symbolic elements. Rich, layered, mythic language conveying truths. Lightning, meteors, volcanic eruptions woven into lessons about cosmology, ethics, consciousness. Marvel at imaginative technology while absorbing moral and psychological lessons. The Brahmastra can warn of weapons of mass destruction and of a single devastating ego-driven action. Section 7. The enduring moral. Consciousness as the ultimate weapon. Ultimately, the stories of the Astras, whether read as history, metaphor, or myth, converge on a single, powerful moral point. The most potent force in the universe is not the weapon itself, but the consciousness of the person who wields it. Power without wisdom is a path to ruin. Training, moral purity, unwavering focus, cultivate responsible consciousness. This ancient principle holds urgent relevance today. True strength lies in internal control. A warrior who could command the elements with a chant had command over their inner world, conquering fear, anger, greed, ego. The Astras were a reflection of the user's soul. The ultimate power is a clear, disciplined, compassionate mind. The greatest power is not the ability to command the forces of nature, but the ability to command oneself.